My wife yelled at 4 a.m., "Stop interrogating me. You don't own me." I replied quietly, "You're right. That was the last conversation we ever had." I left that same night. 6 years later, she showed up at my hospital for a routine appointment and froze when she saw me. We'd been married 4 years when she got a promotion at her marketing firm. I was supportive. She deserved it. But things changed. She started coming home at midnight or later, smelling like alcohol and cigarettes even though she'd never smoked. Phone always face down, password suddenly changed, calls taken behind closed doors. When I'd ask about her day, just work stuff. You wouldn't understand. 8 months into her promotion, it was Friday night, almost 4 a.m., and she still wasn't home. She'd texted at 11 saying she'd be late, then nothing for 5 hours. She walked in at 3:47 a.m. "Where were you?" "Out with the team." "You said you'd be late? Not gone all night?" "It's barely 4. You couldn't text? Call?" "My phone died." "You couldn't borrow someone's phone?" Oh my god, here we go with the interrogation. I'm asking why my wife didn't communicate for 5 hours. "Because I was enjoying myself instead of coming home to this." "To your husband who's worried?" She laughed, bitter. "Worried? You mean controlling. You always make me feel guilty for having a life. You sit here waiting like some pathetic what? You're suffocating me. Every day it's, 'Where are you? When are you coming home?' I can't breathe. Is there someone else?" She went still. "What did you just say? Are you seeing someone?" Her face twisted. "Unbelievable. You're accusing me of cheating. Standing here at 4 in the morning, acting like you own me. Like I owe you an explanation for every second. Stop interrogating me. You don't own me." I felt something break inside me. Not dramatically, just a quiet snap. "You're right," I said quietly. "I don't own you. I never wanted to. I just wanted a partner who cared enough to come home or at least call." She stared at me. For a second, I thought she might say something real, but her expression hardened. "I'm going to bed." I went to the bedroom while she was in the bathroom, packed a duffel bag, clothes, laptop, keys, walked out while she was still behind the locked door. No note, no text, just left. Filed for divorce 2 weeks later. She didn't contest. Clean break. 6 years passed. I threw myself into work as a physician assistant. Heard she'd moved on quickly. Started dating someone from her office 3 months later. Got engaged within a year. I felt nothing. Just, yeah, that tracks. Then came Tuesday afternoon. Routine clinic day. Walk-in patient needed a BP check. I walked into the exam room reading the tablet. "Hi, I'm just going to check your blood pressure." I looked up. She was frozen on the exam table, face white. "Good afternoon. Let's get your vitals." "I didn't know you worked here." 6 years now. The nurse wrapped the cuff. "You two know each other?" I let the silence stretch. "We used to." After the nurse left. "I had no idea. My doctor's office is in this building. How have you been?" "I'm okay. I got married, had a baby. That's why I need this form. Daycare enrollment." "Congratulations." She looked like she wanted to say more. "I'm sorry for how things ended, for how I treated you." I set down the tablet. "Okay, that's it? What do you want me to say?" "It was 6 years ago. I was terrible to you. You deserved better." "Yeah, I did." She flinched. "I was seeing someone the whole time, those last few months." "You were right." I picked up the tablet, started filling out the form. "I know." "How did you know?" "Because I'm not an idiot, and because you just confirmed it." I finished the form, signed it, printed it. "You're all set. Thank you." Her hands shook. I moved toward the door. "Wait, can we talk? Get coffee?" I turned back. She looked tired, worn down from guilt. "Why?" "Because I owe you a real apology." "To absolve yourself?" I almost laughed. "I got closure 6 years ago when I walked out. I'm good." Something made me pause. "Fine. 20 minutes." In the hospital cafe, she started talking like she'd held it in for years. His name was my boss. It started 2 months into the promotion. That night at 4 a.m., I'd been with him, at his hotel room. When you asked where I'd been, I panicked. Got angry instead of honest. When you asked if there was someone else, I could have said yes, but I doubled down. "Why tell me now?" "Because my husband knows about you, but not the real story. Because I have a daughter and the thought of someone treating her the way I treated you makes me sick." "Your husband doesn't know you cheated. He knows the marriage ended." "Not why. You should tell him. He deserves to know who he married." I checked my watch. "I need to get back." "Do you hate me?" I thought about it. "No, I did for a while, but mostly I just feel nothing. You're a stranger who used to be important." I walked away, threw my untouched coffee in the trash, went back to work. Saw 4 more patients that afternoon. Went home, fed my dog, made dinner, went to bed.